What do you say to Planet Peterson's Spanky?
I'm going to give you an atheist response, not necessarily.
Well, yeah, there it is.
Okay, so when Planet Lisp Fiasco Peterson invokes this, he's just showing his complete ineptitude as somebody who debates on the metaphysical plane, because all he's simply doing is invoking a 14-year-old level parody of the Christian worldview, because he's a self-proclaimed agnostic. All right. So what he should do, if he was more a little bit more intelligent that he thinks of himself, is to say to somebody, well, what about somebody who invokes another god? All right. That would have at least a little bit more legitimacy. But he's invoking a fictitious, gross caricature, of Spanky the purple hippo, because he doesn't have a rational defense that God doesn't exist. He's only attempting to neutralize the advocacy of the self-revealing Christian God by an alleged revelation of Spanky the purple hippo. It is grotesquely childish tactic on the part of Planet Lisp Fiasco Peterson. Okay?
What would you say to somebody that claims another god?
Well, they better be advocating truthfully that that's what they really believe. Because otherwise, they're just introducing a worldview body double, which is a worldview that they aren't operating from, and therefore it would be false from both their perspective and my perspective, in order to attempt to render the advocacy of the Christian God as superfluous. So the very fact that they come up with so when Planet Lisp Fiasco Peterson starts talking about Spanky the purple hippopotamus, this is colossal incompetence. This is what you would expect a 15-year-old to do at the cafeteria table. It's what people do when they don't have a cogent rebuttal, right? So if Planet Fiasco Peterson actually had a cogent, identifiable, defensible model of reality, he would bring that up and juxtapose it to up and opposed to the Christian worldview, thereby falsifying the worldview. But because he doesn't have an identifiable, defensible model of reality, he comes up with this stupid cafeteria table, adolescent, Spanky the purple hippopotamus routine, something that he does not believe. Why doesn't Planet Peterson juxtapose his worldview, present his worldview as true and as a negator and defeater for the Christian worldview? Why doesn't he do that? Oops.
Yep.
See, this is what happens when you insulate yourself from dealing with robust opposition. I've encountered him maybe 4 times, I think 3 times, where each time he steadfastly refused to have a mature interaction other than to have an emotional tirade against me because he, hates me. Okay?
Absolutely.
He knows, I know, and he knows that I know, and the audience knows that if we sat down on a stream where it was a level playing field and we could have a conversational interaction, he would get destroyed. Okay?
Oh yeah, it'd be bad. If he got destroyed by Andrew Wilson, I'm thinking you would definitely destroy him.
He's real ballsy when he can play his little game of dodging and deflection and evasion. Why wouldn't he come up on my stream? What's he afraid of? I went on his stream. I knew full well before I went on, okay, that of the kind of conduct that he was going to pull when I went on a stream. But I went on anyway as a matter of record to show that he would act like an imbecile, which he did. Now, if he felt that he had intellectual prowess and that he was adept at defeating my position and my worldview, why not take the opportunity to show the world on TikTok how stupid Darth Dawkins is? Wouldn't you want that opportunity? So why is it that if Planet Fiasco Peterson has an intellectual higher ground against my Christian defense of the worldview, why not destroy it? What's he afraid of? I want on his stream, why won't he come on mine? And he wants to complain about me behaving badly?
Oh yeah, no, he knows what would happen, and he doesn't want to do it because he would lose viewers.
He knows he would get destroyed, and I'm still ready and willing to have a level field adult interaction with him. Okay? But look, he's a very childish individual. Like if you look at his interaction between him and T-Rock discussing the age of the Earth, while T-Rock's turn to talk, he's there doing theatrical reactions on camera. I mean, this is not what an adult does.
Yeah, he that's what I'm talking about. When he debated Andrew Wilson, he didn't act like that. Because Andrew Wilson actually told him at the beginning of the debate that the only reason he was there to debate Planet Peterson was because he said some nasty things about him, and he was there to shut him up. And I mean, he did. It was like it gave secondhand embarrassment how bad Planet Peterson got destroyed.
Well, I'm going to watch that today. This is how dumb they are. Dumb, dumb, dumb.